Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. Now today we'll start up with lesson number 5, that is traders to rulers. So let's begin. India in the 18th century had to endure one of the most chaotic periods in its entire history. The Mughal Empire, which had dominated the Indian subcontinent for 2 centuries, began to decline, with internal and external pressures. Several Mughal emperors were killed only after ruling for a short period of time. Now, during the early 15th century, the most important trade route between Europe and Asia was an overland route that passed through Western Asia. Then, a new route to Asia had been discovered, which led to a race among European countries to find new sea routes. Now, here in the next picture, you can see the routes which have been discovered, which led to trade. Next, we come to the heading Europeans as Traders. Many trading companies were formed in Europe for trade with India and other parts of Asia and Africa. These trading companies, which mainly belonged to Portugal, Holland, England, France, and Denmark, established their trading centers in different parts of India too. Most of these centers were in coastal areas and were used as warehouses for trading goods. These trading centers were known as factories. However, nothing was manufactured here. They got this name as the company officials, also called factors, resided here. Next, we'll study about the various East India companies. Many East India companies from Europe, Portugal, Dutch, the French, and the British came to India for trading through the sea routes. All the companies were interested in buying the same goods, such as cotton and silk textiles and spices, which led to great competition among the companies. Now, next you can see the various East India companies like the British East India Company, the Danish East India Company, the Dutch East India Company, the French East India Company, the Swedish East India Company, and the Portuguese East India Company. Now, in 1498 CE, Vasco da Gama, a Portuguese sailor, discovered a new sea route to India from Europe and he was granted permission to trade with India. And after coming to India, the Portuguese established factories at Calicut, Cochin, and Kannauр on the western coast of India. Now, in the next picture, you can see Vasco da Gama. And in the next picture, you can see the Portuguese colonial empire. It included Goa, Daman, Diu, Bombay, Bassein, Salisat on the western coast of India, and Hooghly and Chittagong in Bengal. In 1602 CE, the Dutch established the Dutch East India Company to carry trade with India, and they established their trading centers at Surat, Bharuch, Cambay, Ahmedabad, Cochin, Nagapatnam, Masulipatam, Patna, and Agra. And here in the picture, which is showing the map of India, you can locate the places. Now, next we'll come to the French East India Company, which was founded in 1664 CE. Now, it was a government owned body and needed the home government's permission for capital investments and wars. It set up its headquarters at Pondicherry, now that is Puducherry. Now they've established factories at Surat, Masulipatam, then Chandarnagar, and on the coastal areas at Mahe and Karaikal. And here on the map of India, you can locate the places. Then comes the East India Company, that is the English East India Company. The East India Company was formed by a group of English merchants. This company received a charter from Queen Elizabeth I of England on 31st December 1600, giving it an exclusive right to trade with the East. Thus, all competition from other English trading bodies was eliminated. The English traders from the very beginning tried to combine trade with diplomacy. The company sent Captain Hawkins in 1608 and later Sir Thomas Roe in 1615 to the court of Jahangir. Roe got a firman from Jahangir which allowed the English East India Company to set up a factory at Surat. The English set up factories at Surat, Agra, Ahmedabad, Bharuch, then Hooghly, Masulipatam and Madras, that is Chennai. The English East India Company, they opened their first factory in south at Masulipatam, but very soon they shifted it to Madras. Then the English built their first fort at Madras, which was named as Fort St. George. Now, this fort was equipped with guns and arms. In 1640 CE, they established a factory at Hooghly. In 1680 CE, they purchased three villages, that is, Sultanati, Govindpur, and Kalikata. Later, they developed these villages and formed the city of Kolkata. Calcutta became their center for power for many years. And hence, the East India Company made progress rapidly and eliminated the influence of rival powers in India. The English came as traders and became the masters of this country in a course of time. Now, next we come to Anglo French rivalry. From 1744 CE to 1763 CE, the English and the French East India Companies were engaged in three wars. Now, these wars were known as the Carnatic Wars. Now, the English won these wars and established their monopoly over the Indian trade. At the end of these wars, the French could no longer claim to be a political power. The French were finally defeated in the Battle of Vandivash in 1760. The British captured Pondicherry in 1761, and hence the French lost all their possessions in India. Next, we come to the British conquest of Bengal. Now, the prosperity of Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa in the 18th century was growing remarkably. And during the same period, the Mughal Empire in India was declining. Hence, Bengal became an independent state under Murshid Quli Khan. Ali Vardi Khan was succeeded by his grandson Siraj-ud-Daulah. It was under the rule of Siraj that Bengal lost its independence and the British came to power. Now, Bengal was one of the richest provinces of the Mughal Empire, and with the decline of the Mughal authority, the governor of Bengal, Murshid Quli Khan, paid annual tribute but tried to free himself from the Mughal control and began to rule independently. Next, we come to the causes of conflict between English and the Nawab. Now, in 1756, Siraj-ud-Daulah came to power, and he found that the English East India Company had started to fortify their settlements in Bengal, and hence he did not like it and wanted to check the growing power of the English East India Company. So he asked the company not to fortify the settlements, but the East India Company did not pay any attention to Nawab's repeated request. Hence, Siraj attacked and occupied the Fort William in Calcutta in 1756. And here you can see the picture of Fort William. Now, Robert Clive was the Governor General of Bengal at that time, and when the news of capture of Calcutta reached Madras, Clive immediately sent to Calcutta, and the Nawab was forced to come to terms, and hence Siraj had to vacate Calcutta and also pay indemnity to the British. Now, Robert Clive hatched a conspiracy against the Nawab. Clive became friends with Mir Zafar, the commander-in-chief of the Nawab's forces, and Jagat Seth, the richest banker of Bengal, and hence he motivated them to revolt against the Nawab. And hence Mir Zafar was to join Clive with all the forces under his command, as he was promised the throne of Bengal. Next, we come to the Battle of Plassey, which was fought in 1757. The forces of Nawab and the British East India Company fought on the field of Plassey on June 23rd, 1757. Now, this was a battle only in name. A major part of Nawab's army did not take part in the battle because of the conspiracy of Mir Jafar. Mir Jafar joined Clive. Siraj-ud-Daulah was completely defeated and he ran away to Murshidabad and from there to Patna. However, he was captured and later on killed. Now, Mir Zafar was made the Nawab of Bengal, and the English East India Company was given the rights to trade freely in Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa. The Battle of Plassey is of great significance in the history of India. The battle was an important milestone and a turning point in the history of India. The British were transformed from a trading community to a political power. Next, we come to Bengal after Battle of Plassey. Now, after the battle, Mir Zafar was replaced by his son-in-law, Mir Qasim, and as he was made the Nawab of Bengal. He granted the British the right to collect revenues from districts of Bengal, and hence the British were not just traders anymore. They now controlled the Nawab. From the very beginning, the relations between Mir Qasim and English were not cordial. Mir Qasim objected to the misuse of trade regulations, and the abuse of duty free inland trade adversely affected the revenue, which was the only income of the Nawab. And hence, Mir Qasim took certain measures for consolidation of his administration, and hence, the British did not like the administrative steps. Next, we come to the Battle of Buxar, which was fought in 1764. Now, under these circumstances, where the British East India Company was not cordial with Mir Qasim challenged the company and a war broke out between them. The Nawab was defeated and fled to Awadh, but Mir Qasim formed an alliance with Shujauddaulah, the Nawab of Awadh, and Shah Alam, the Mughal emperor. The three forces met the British forces at Buxar on 22nd of October 1764, which came to be known as the Battle of Buxar. The British emerged victorious. They made Mir Zafar the Nawab of Bengal the second time, and Shah Alam too, who took the side of the Nawab, and the Nawab of Awadh surrendered to the English. Now, the defeat in the Battle of Buxar finally sealed the fate of Indian rulers, and the victory at Buxar made the English the supreme power in India. Next, we come to Treaty of Allahabad, 1765. Now, the treaty, which was concluded on 16th of August 1765 between the Nawab of Awadh and Robert Clive, is known as the Treaty of Allahabad. Now, according to the terms of this treaty, the Nawab surrendered the districts of Allahabad and Kara to the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam. The Nawab agreed to pay 50 lakh rupees to the company also. The Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II granted the right of Diwani or land revenue collection over Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa on a permanent basis to the British. Then, from this time onwards, the company for the first time got involved in the direct administration of the Bengal. Next, we come to dual government or diarchy 1765 to 1772. Now, the period which followed from 1765 after the grant of Diwani is known for its dual system or diarchy. This system was characterized by the rule of two, that is, the Nawab and the company. Now, under this system, the Nawab was responsible for administering the province and maintaining law and order and providing criminal justice. The company controlled the military and had the right to collect and utilize the revenue of Bengal called the Diwani powers. This right had been conferred to the company by Shah Alam II, the Mughal emperor. The company enjoyed power but without responsibility regarding the welfare of the subjects. The corruption and inefficiency of the dual government was exposed when a terrible famine struck Bengal in 1770, whereby one third of the entire population lost their lives and no relief measures were undertaken. The Court of Directors of the company appointed Warren Hastings as the governor of Bengal in 1772, and he abolished the dual government. With this, we come to an end to the first part of our lesson. I hope you all have understood it well. Kindly go through the video for a better understanding. So stay safe, stay healthy, and have a nice day. Thank you.